You are Locked On Marlins POSTCAST. Part of Locked On Sports Miami on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is up, Fish fans? Welcome to another edition of your Locked On Marlins POSTCAST. My name is Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease, and it's been a long day. I don't know why I'm so dark. I just did the Locked On Canes postcast, and I was literally like way brighter. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't. I have to be honest with you, but it was a dark season for the Marlins, and it was not a dark day today. I'll tell you that, and that's pretty good. I don't mind that for myself. I'll take it. Wrap it up. I'll take it. 15-5. How about that? The Marlins set a season high for runs in a game today. 15-5. They beat the Toronto Blue Jays north of the border. What a good game for the Marlins today. 15-5. 15 runs for Miami, and they did it in style up north of the border. Jesús Sánchez with a big game. Just watching one of his RBIs right now, and Jake Berger and Connor Norby and Otto Lopez and all those guys had really good games, right? But Griffin Conine with a homer, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. Jonah Bride, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 for 4. And Xavier Edwards with the game for the ages, 4 for 6, 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, got a 327 average with 2 games left. And ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, you know the song. Anyway, first player in Major League Baseball to hit 3 triples in one game in 10 years, 2014, and the first Marlin ever to do so. How about that? Luis Castillo didn't do it. Nobody, Edgar Renteria didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Luis Ariz didn't do it, and that's the way it went. I'm watching him right now. He ripped a ground ball down the line. He hit one in the gap. He one-hopped the wall. This dude did it all tonight. Oh, so yeah, that's what he did. Great game for Edwards. Great game for the Marlins. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. It's my brother's clock. I'm in my brother's house. Set up a little studio in the basement down here. Brought all my stuff all the way up to Connecticut, man. It's been a big weekend. Miami Hurricanes. It's just starting. The Miami Hurricanes. Big win tonight over Virginia Tech at home. You got the Dolphins Monday Night Football on Friday. And the Marlins with the win tonight, setting a season high. You're watching Locked On Marlins postcast. I am Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. Like I said, I was 1,000 times lighter with the same lighting right on. I mean, literally the exact same lighting that hasn't been touched. And now I'm way darker. It might just be the teal. Maybe the teal is you know what I mean? But hey, thank you very much. I want to say you. Thank you. I got to say you tonight for making Locked On Marlins postcast your first listen, your first watch every day. We're free wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. And tonight's episode is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com, right? Booking.com, right? They can make you a fan of any city, even your baseball rivals. Book today on Booking.com, the official accommodation partner of Major League Baseball, and get the Booking.com app today. Today is the greatest. Bow. Don't forget, we have the star of the game, the turning point, and y'all gonna be happy with all that tonight. So we're gonna be all right, and we're gonna have some fun here as we take you past the midnight hour on the East Coast of the U.S. of A. Even later. And it's been a long sports night in the MIAO. What am I saying here? Oh, whoops. I just almost knocked everything over, and that would have been the end of the show right there. That would have absolutely been the end of the show. And you know what, guys? We already had a great Kane show tonight. We're excited for the Marlins and that season high with runs scored. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool that the Marlins are able to do that. And they do it against the Jays. It was a good game tonight for Miami. And we just gave you a little bit of the stats. We're going to take you through a little bit of what happened here. Un momento, por favor. And I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Man, did you see the Oakland A's, by the way, the fans leaving there? And they had almost a sellout crowd in their last game. And players were throwing dirt up to the fans. And they should have thrown dirt at the owner is what they should have done. But, I mean, he probably wasn't even there. John Fisher, man. You got to do something about that guy. You do something about a lot of the franchises in Major League Baseball. So it was a big night for Miami. Obviously, here comes the bride, all dressed in gray and black. Jonah Bride with the big game. Xavier Edwards. Do we have co-players of the game tonight? Do we do this on your Locked On Marlins postcast? I'm wondering if you know what it means to find your dreams. And I wonder if you know what it means. What it means. This is awesome. I'm feeling good tonight. Let me tell you what. Man, a big night for Xavier Edwards, man. I really appreciate what this kid has done and brought to the table this year for the Marlins. I mean, he's been unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Talk about run support. I bet Adam Holler was good tonight. Adam Holler, nothing. All are Newton. And so there we are. And the Marlins did it again. And they just for some reason, day in and day out, guys, they play hard. They're always there. They're showing up, and they did it tonight. 15 runs scored in Toronto on a long day for us with the Canes, then the Marlins. Be on ESPN tomorrow night and Sunday night. Total of 7 hours doing game night on ESPN Radio. The Marlins shows all weekend. Dolphins against the Titans in Tennessee on Monday night. Yeah, Tyler Huntley's going to be the QB. Yeah, it's looking bleak for the Miami Dolphins. It's looking Memphis bleak. I've been watching Dame Dash videos lately, and Dame Dash is like the most bitter guy in the history of hip-hop after Jay-Z blew up and left him. And yeah, I was watching all that stuff. Let me see. Did I get these downloads in? All right, let me see. I got this, and I am excited because you know what? I'm in Connecticut with my family right now. I'm at my brother's crib. He's got a little studio down here for me. It's pretty awesome. I have a great family. I really do. And you know what I'm saying? I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm happy to be here. I got my nephew's birthday this weekend. I got ESPN in Bristol, Connecticut. I'm going to New York City. I'm going to Vegas. I'm doing everything on one trip. And it's been a long summer. We've been doing the Marlins shows every day. And I had a family thing come up with my dad's estate. And it's a week before the end of the season. And I'm bringing all my stuff out there. But it's football time anyway. So, hey, why not do this? Why not have a great time in the process? You know what I mean? And I think I downloaded these pictures for you guys. Where are they at? Where they at? If you want to go and take a ride. I know I did. They better be showing up. It's about time. Here we go. I'm going to download these couple of pictures for you. And we are going to have some elements. How about that? We're going to have some elements for you here on your Locked On Marlins postcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait for that. Jim Greashauber, call me Grease, just getting started on your Friday night edition of your Locked On Marlins postcast. 2 shows today, 2 teams in action. The Marlins bang out 17 hits, a season-high 15 runs. You want to know the difference? Here's the difference in the game. The Marlins usually 1 for 10, 1 for 11 runners in scoring position. Tonight, 6 for 13. Jonah Bride, 2 home runs. Those are the RBIs. Berger, 2. Sánchez, Conine, 3. Edwards, 4. Bride, 3. And Norby. Big night. Conine with a homer. Bride with 2 homers. Edwards, 3 triples. Berger with a double. Sánchez, they got 2 more games left. By the way, Skip Schumacher is not going to be with the team the last couple of days because he is dealing with a family emergency, and managing the team in his absence will be. Oh, come on. Where'd it go? Every time I have it right here. Come on. They didn't get to their hotel in Toronto, by the way, until 5:30 a.m. after that long game against the Twins last night. We did a show live. Everything was going crazy. If you saw it on YouTube, I'm sorry. We put it in private so the bosses believe me. But what a crazy night that was. Yeah, Skip Schumacher will not manage the last couple of games of the year for the Marlins. It's personal reasons, and he's going to miss the last 2 games, and he might not be back next year. After the playoffs last year, the manager of the year, it's a disaster this year, and it starts at the top, and it shouldn't be Skip. It should be Bendix. It should be everybody else at the top. It should be the owners, every ownership group that has failed to connect with the baseball-rich baseball fans in Miami, the baseball-rich tradition of Central and South America, of all those baseball fans from all over God's green earth who live in the Miami area, and you can't get them to the games ever over the years. If they're in North Miami, if they're at the Orange Bowl site, Lone Depot, it does not matter. By the way, Skip played for St. Louis, the Dodgers, and Cincinnati, obviously swept by Philly last year, but he was a bench coach in St. Louis. He replaced Don Mattingly following the 22 season. Imagine that they had Jeter and Mattingly. It's funny. But yeah, it's crazy when you think about it, what the Marlins have been through this year. The setting the record for the number of players used, and you know what I mean? It just up and down and down and up. The 9-game losing streak to start the season, the 7-gamer, the 6-gamer, the 3, 4, 5-gamers. And then the fire sale. I mean, everybody leaving. Arise first early in the year. They DFA Tim Anderson. The 2 batting champs are gone. You're throwing in the towel. Wave the white hanky. I don't even have a white hanky. I'd wave it right now for him, but I don't even want to. It makes me sick, right? And then all the players they used, and they traded away Tanner Scott, and they traded away Jazz Chisholm, who has become the lifeblood of the New York Yankees. A big reason why they might win it this year, even though they have no pitching, and the Dodgers have no pitching. But that's beside the point. The point is, it's been a bad year for the Marlins, and it should not fall at the feet of Skip Schumacher. It should not fall. Luis Urueta will manage the club for the remainder of the season. He, of course, is the bench coach. Yeah, it's a tough one, but sometimes that happens. It's life in the big city. You know what I'm saying? It's life in the big city. My name is Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. Locked On Marlins postcast on your Friday. This is a season high. Runs scored with 15. It was a lot of fun watching this game, man. It reminded me of when I played beer league softball. True story. Played in Arizona. Clay Bellinger was on my team. Young kid by the name of Cody Bellinger was playing ball with my son. That's a true story. My son played with him, and then in Fort Lauderdale, my son played with Scottie Pippen, Scottie Pippen's son, and against Scottie Pippen's son and with Miguel Tejada Jr. in Fort Lauderdale. And when we lived in Arizona, played with Clay Bellinger while we played softball together. And it's just been a fun ride all the way across the board. And of course, now Miami and doing all these shows. It's so much fun. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. We're up against break number 1. We're really not going anywhere. It's not a break for me. It's a little bit of a break for you. Not really a break when you think about it, because I'll be reading and staring at the camera and you'll still be listening. But you know what I'm saying? It's a break from the actual content of the show, so we can give you a hookup, and we're always doing that for you, putting you on game here. And no different now when I tell you about one of the greatest new sponsors that we have here at the Locked On Podcast Network. And I will tell you this. Very simple. Listen up to me right now, because this is information that you need to have. With Robinhood Gold, you don't need a silver spoon to eat up the financial favors of the 1%. Robinhood Gold allows others to get the rates and perks usually reserved for the high society. Now, the resourceful individual with Robinhood Gold can earn the very liberal rate of 4.5% APY on uninvested cash, receive unlimited 1% deposit bonuses, and be rewarded with a handsome 3% retirement boost on an IRA account. Robinhood Gold provides the privileges of a high net worth individual for any net worth. These generous benefits are now available for only $5 a month. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold. Terms apply. For product-specific disclosures, visit robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rate may change. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold, LLC, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Your Locked On Marlins postcast. Rolling right along. Let's take a look at what happened in this game tonight for your Miami Marlins. They scored 3 runs in the first inning, 2 runs in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 5 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth, 17 hits, 1 error. Toronto scored 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, 5 runs on 12 hits. Let's look at the pitching in this game. It was absolutely atrocious for Miami. And it wasn't bad for Miami. It was atrocious for the Blue Jays. For Miami, Adam Oller got the win. He's 2-4. He had an ERA over 6 in September. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 95 pitches. The ERA is at 5.31. Veneziano, third of an inning, an earned run on a hit and a strikeout. Bauman came back off the paternity list. I don't know why anybody gets paternity now, but that's beside the point. Maybe that's just haterade, because I didn't. An inning in the third, no hits, no runs, and a strikeout. 2 in the third for Anderson, 3 hits, no runs, and a K for him. For Toronto, Berrios, 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. He was the starter for them today. Who cares about the rest of the guys in the Toronto bullpen? They're offensively, Luke's had 2 hits. Guerrero had 2 hits. Vladdy Jr. is at 199 on the season. He's probably going to have a 200-hit year. Odds are good for Vladdy Daddy. Or he's not Vladdy Daddy, because Vladdy Daddy was his daddy. You know what I'm saying? So 2 for 5 for Kirk, 2 for 3 for Jimenez. 2 RBIs, by the way, for Horwitz on a 1-for-4 night. An RBI piece for Lukes and Guerrero, as well as Clement. And that's what they did. Now the Marlins, Xavier Edwards, 4 for 6, 2 runs, 4 RBIs, 3 triples. First time in 10 years done in the major leagues. Connor Norby in the 2-hole, 3 for 6, 2 runs, and RBI. Jake Berger finishing hot, 3 for 6, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Sanchez, Jesus Sanchez, baby, 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs and RBI. with 3 runs scored, rather, and an RBI. Jonah Bride, 2 home runs, 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Griffin Conine, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs with a homer. Otto Lopez, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. And that bees what it is for your Miami Marlins. This is not an English class. It's a podcast. It's a postcast, actually. And I don't know why I'm so dark. I hope I'm not on YouTube. I hope I'm actually looking all right on YouTube because these are the same lights I just used literally to finish the Kane show. And here we are with the Marlins show. All right, let's take a look at just the scoring plays because this is just insane. I mean, the Marlins got it going early tonight against Barrios. And look, he's a four-seamer, 91-93, cutter, 89-90. You know what I'm saying? Slurve in the mid-80s. Nothing there tonight, though. He just was getting ripped by Miami. From the beginning of the game, I mean, Edwards struck out. That was the only time they get him out all night. Norby singles, Berger flies out with 2 outs. Sanchez doubles in Norby. Bride homers. It's 3-zip Marlins. Blue Jays bottom of the first. Nothing. Marlins in the second. Edwards triples to right. Lopez scores. Stowers scores his first of 3 triples. Marlins in the third. Sanchez scores on a wild pitch. Lopez goes to second. In the third, the Blue Jays score 3. Luke's doubles. Jimenez scores. Horwitz singles. Springer and Luke's come plateward. The Marlins in the fourth score a bunch more. They add to their lead. Edwards triples lead off the inning. Norby grounds to short, then Berger singles in. Edwards, Conine singles in Berger and Sanchez after Bride walked. And Sanchez walked before him. See what I'm doing here? This takes forever, man. Clement homers to left for the Blue Jays in the fourth. It's 9-4. Then we hit Guerrero Jr. with a sac fly, makes it 9-5. Then the Marlins start. They just piled it on in the 7th inning. Homer for Conine to lead it off, makes it 10-5. Good buddy, instead of 10-4. Edwards triples in Lopez, who had walked, and Stowers, who had also walked. His final triple of the night. Edwards, Norby singles in Edwards. Only appropriate that he scores after that. And then Berger's doubles to right, scoring Norby. And Berger gets thrown out at third. His dad's in the house. Always love it when Jake Berger is happy and playing well. The Marlins MVP, as voted on by the South Florida chapter of the Baseball Writers Association. Top of the 8th, Bride homers for Miami. And there you have it. 15-5. Your Miami Marlins with the victory. You're watching your Locked On Marlins postcast. I am Jim Greashopper. Call me Grease. The audience is looking good right now. We appreciate you. Everydayers, of course, you know what you're all about and what you mean to us here on the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm here every day after the Marlins games, as I have been all year. Only 2 left. No playoffs. Nope, no playoffs. But we got some Canes over here. 5-0. And the Dolphins, who knows? But that bleep show all year will be great for the Locked On Dolphins show with Kyle Krabs and the Locked On Dolphins postcast with yours truly. And the 5-0 Canes coming in town. Stronger than Helene, that's for sure. But the Canes go to 5-0, and we do the postcast, and then Alex Dono does the regular show every day, Locked On Canes. Big numbers for those shows. We really appreciate it. And the Marlins, look, we've talked about it all year. They always find a way to bring the tying run to the plate. They've played spoiler. They've beaten the Phillies 6 out of 13 times. They knocked the Mets down in the standings at a time, and the Mets are going to make the playoffs now anyway. And they just knocked the Twins out by taking 2 out of 3. Let's go. Finish it off against the Jays north of the border. Have some positivity going into next year. Don't blame Skip Schumacher for any of this crap. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, man. He's missing the last couple of games for a family issue. Urueta's is going to take over, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Skip's missing the last 2. They might have told him, just go ahead and go. They're going to fire him. I don't know. It would be a big mistake to fire Skip Schumacher. And I'm not there every day. I'm not inside the building. I don't know what everybody else knows, but I do know this. What they've done this year and the number of players they've used, the DFAs, Nick Gordon, Tim Anderson, you know what I mean? Bethancourt, all those dudes DFA'd all year long. Trading a rise. And you had 2 batting champions at the top of the order at the start of the season. And then what do you end up with? Nothing. You end up with nothing. You trade for a bunch of prospects and Stowers and Norby and guys like that start playing all right. I like Dane Myers for the future. I love Edwards for the future. The pitching rotation could be all right next year. And the bullpen's been good this year at times and for the most part. And both carnations, by the way, of the bullpen, both incarnations when you're looking at and reincarnation, the incarnation and the reincarnation of the Marlins bullpen, because you had the Brazabans and the Chargois and the Tanner Scotts and all those guys being traded, right? And then you bring in guys like Tinoco, who's killed it for them. All year long, you've had Declan and guys like that. But so many injuries, man. So many injuries. for even Chargois. I mean, not Chargois, Chazé. Long year. Very long year. You're watching your Locked On Marlins postcast. Jim Grease, Hobber, call me Grease. Going to wrap it up on the other side. Talk about the rest of this series with the Marlins and the Blue Jays. Hit the scoreboard, the playoff races as well, because we know everybody in South Florida is a front-running person who has a second favorite team. Well, we'll let you know what your second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh or 10th or 23rd favorite team did tonight on the other side. Locked On Marlins postcast. Jim Grease, Hobber, call me Grease. Thank you, everydayers. Thank you to the best network in podcasting. And thank you to the Miami Marlins for giving us so much to talk about this season. Going to wrap it up on the other side. Still 2 more shows after this, but this is the first one of the final series. Jim Grease, Hobber, call me Grease, at Jim Grease on social media. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not going to say I'll be back. Dun, 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 dun. Computer's acting a little funny today, but not enough to stop me from telling you about Booking.com. Yeah, this episode of Locked On Marlins Postcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.com. Yes. Booking.yes. The right stay can make you a fan of any city, even your baseball rivals. Book today on Booking.com, the official accommodation partner of Major League Baseball. Get the Booking.com app today. Very excited about Booking.com. I love the app. I love going places. I love traveling. I'm traveling right now. I flew into Boston and Connecticut, flying out of New York, and I'm even going to mix in a day in Vegas, dare I say. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Booking.com, right in the middle of all that. They have hotels, bed and breakfast, vacation rentals, resorts, so much more. You might just find your perfect stay, even in your baseball rival city during postseason. Look, I was just in my baseball rival city, but can you really consider the Red Sox to be a rival of the Yankees anymore? No, you can't. And the Marlins don't have any rivals because they've never had enough players to last long enough to build rivalries in this division or anywhere else with anyone. And that's another issue for another time, or maybe an issue for Sunday on the last show of the season. But maybe it's time to test your baseball competition stadium cuisine with Booking.com's wide variety of choices across the U.S. You can go incognito to all your baseball rivals' cities. You know what I'm saying? It's just awesome. Booking.com delivers exactly the right U.S. stay for you. Booking.com can help you book a stay that's close to your home or your rival's stadium. The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city, even your baseball rivals. Booking.com. Yeah. All right. Jim Grease, Hobber, call me Grease. I don't know why I just flexed. It really is not. I don't know. Whatever. Got to do it. It's fun. Sometimes you just have to, right? Our show tonight is also brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. They have over 5 million active members at Prize Picks. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps with Prize Picks, and I've been reading this all year, I don't even need the copy anymore, but it's just you against the numbers with Prize Picks. You pick 4 to 6 stat projections correctly, 2 to 6, player stat projections, and watch the winnings roll in with Prize Picks. It's available in almost every state. You got big stars like Joe Budden, Drewski, and MMA champ Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's not a champ anymore, by the way. It's Merab Dvalishvili, but it's a technicality. He's always a champ. Once a champ, always a champ, right? Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your star players gets injured. You know what I'm saying? So if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks are still alive. Prize Picks puts the members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, for example, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes, which is nice because I'm on the go a lot. Just get the cash, keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? They invented Flex Play too. Still cash out, even if your lineup isn't perfect. And you can do all that with Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy app. And I'll tell you this one more time before I go. Prize Picks, absolutely amazing. You're going to have a great time. It makes it so much more fun to be a sports fan. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB. And that's when you want to instantly play $5. You're going to get $50 instantly. You're going to play $5, get 50 right away. That's code LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Oh, yeah, girl, run your game. Haley Jade, I love that name. Thank you for making us your first listen or watch today. Locked On Marlins Postcast. You everydayers know the deal. Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Look at the audience growing, building by the numbers right now. And all of y'all get to see a little Prize Picks right now. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, 15-5 Miami. All right, Miami. How about the Canes ending tonight? Look it up. Check it out. Check it out. Unbelievable. All right, we're going to hit the scoreboard here. Un momento, por favor. We're going to hit the Miami 38, Virginia Tech 34. That was a tough one tonight, guys. That was a very tough game. Miami Hurricanes game. Absolutely brutal. Just as brutal as the Phillies getting beat 9-1 by Washington. The Yankees losing 4-2 to Pittsburgh. By the way, the White Sox. Nice job, Chicago White Sox. They finished the season with 121 losses. They dropped this one tonight, 4-1 against the Detroit Baseball Tigers, who, by the way, clinched a playoff berth for the first time in a long time. Tonight, the Tigers are going to the playoffs. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. I don't know why I'm singing. Scoreboard. Hello, where'd you go? There it is. Okay. Cubs 1, Reds 0. Told you Tigers 4, White Sox 1. Futility for the White Sox, 121 losses. The Tigers make the playoffs. Happy for some of my Detroit friends. Phillies dropped this one to the Nationals 9-1. Phillies have already clinched the NL East. Yankees lose to the Pirates 4-2 at home. Yankees have clinched the AL East. Marlins, of course, 15-5 over the Jays. Astros beat the Guardians 5-2. That could be a playoff matchup. West and Central champions going at it there. Rays 2, Red Sox 1. Red Sox are 80-80. Please, God, let the Red Sox finish with a losing record. Royals lose to the Braves 3-0 in Hotlanta. Braves and Royals both still playing for something. Orioles and Twins. The Orioles eliminate the Twins tonight. The Marlins really did it, taking 2 out of 3. They had to win all 3 this week and have the Royals and Tigers lose all 3, and only the Royals lost tonight. But alas, it would not be meant to be for the Twinkies, who are long gone. Orioles bounce them 7-2 the score. Dodgers 11, Rocky 4. Shohei Ohtani, second deck home run number 54. Also stolen base number 57 for the Shohei Kid. Still Barry Bonds' 12th best offensive season. Brewers 8, Mets 4 could also be a playoff matchup. They might turn it right around, those two teams. Rangers 5, Angels 2 in a who cares game. Padres and Diamondbacks fighting for those playoff spots, 5-3. The final there. Padres just lost 2 out of 3 to the Dodgers. Machado, Merrill, and Peralta with a big first inning for the Padres, scoring 4 runs there. 2-0 Mariners beat the A's. Seattle's, hey, I'm still alive. Oh, no, they're not still alive. I just wanted to sing it because of Seattle band, Seattle song. Cardinals 6, Giants 3. There you have it. That's the scoreboard. Now, let's take a look at the standings as we continue with your Locked On Marlins postcast. And you guys are enjoying the show, so I love it. It's late night, East Coast, 2 a.m., chilling up in here on a Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. Nights in diapers. Let's go. Let's go. All right, wild card standings. Here we go. Are you ready? Ready? Because you got the Yankees, you got the Guardians, you got the Astros, you got the Dodgers, you got the Brewers, and you got the Phillies. Those are your division champs. So now let's get the 3 wild cards, right? In the American League, Orioles, Tigers have clinched. Royals have clinched as well because the Twins lost. So it's all set in the AL. Orioles, Tigers, Royals. Mariners not alive, as I said. I just wanted to sing like Eddie Vedder, and even though I don't sing like Eddie Vedder, I just wanted to try. You know what I'm saying? I should have used Booking.com and Game Time and gone to see Pearl Jam at Fenway last week like some of my boys did. Would have been a great trip. I saw Pearl Jam in 1991, general admission, when 10 came out. Could never beat that. You could never, ever beat that first Pearl Jam tour, that first Pearl Jam show, just like when I saw Metallica open for Ozzy in 1986 in New Haven, Connecticut, and Cliff Burton was still the bassist for Metallica. It didn't matter that I saw Metallica 2 years ago, like 400 years later. It'll never beat or duplicate or come close to the first time I saw them. Anyway, just a little, you know what I mean? Just like the first time you ever went to an MLB game. It's hard to top that. So anyway, that's your AL. The division champs, Yankees East, Guardians Central, and in the West is the Astros. And great job by the Astros. They started 12-24. American League, Orioles, Tigers, Royals. We'll get you the scenarios over the weekends when the games are and everything. In the National League, here's where it's fun, right? The divisions are set. Phillies, Brewers, Dodgers. Bang. Those are great division champions. It's going to be an awesome playoffs this year. It is with the new rules and everything. Oh, my God, I cannot wait. So, Padres have clinched at 92-68. Bravos, Mets, Diamondbacks. Here's where it really gets nuts. Only 2 of those 3 are getting in. Only, I repeat, 2 of those 3 are getting in. 87-71 are the Bravos. 87-71 are the Metropolitans. 88 and 72 are the Serpientes, the Diamondbacks. So look at that. All three of them absolutely tied right now. And the Mets and Braves still have their doubleheader to play. The wild card race is going to be decided by a doubleheader. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable right now. That's why they played a game less. And you're looking at the schedule right now, this weekend in the National League, the teams that are playing each other. And by the way, shout out to my boy Jared Burrows. He's not my boy. I don't know him, but I know his father Tom and his uncle Tim. He's going to start for the Pirates on Sunday at Yankee Stadium. He's from my hometown of Waterford, Connecticut. So shout out to Jared Burrows. Love it, love it, love it. And I think it's Jared. I hope it's Jared. I might be his cousin, Mikey. I don't know. It's one of them. One of the two Burrows kids going to start for the Pirates in New York City on Sunday. So you got the Saturday in the yard. I think it was the 5th of October. It's the 28th of September. Anyway, Kansas City at Atlanta. That one's got implications for the Braves big time. They're going to need to win that game. And then, of course, San Diego at Arizona, trying to keep the D-backs out, who went to the World Series last year. And the third team in that mix, the Mets and the Braves. That's crazy. They got that doubleheader coming up too, right? Let me just make sure I'm getting you right on that. Unreal, man. What a year. What a year and what a ride it's been. And look at this audience sticking around. We love you guys. Want to thank you for making us your first listen today. For your second, find Locked On MLB. Prepare for the Fall Classic with Sully, who has it all covered every single day. Find Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. I'm here after every game. Got 2 more left. Marlins, Blue Jays these next couple of days. And then we got the Dolphins on Monday Night Football against Tennessee. That's going to be awesome. Cannot wait for that. Check me out at JimGrease_ on social media. Always let you know what I'm doing. Find me there. You know what you're doing there. And I'll tell you what, you follow me on social media, I'll give you something to follow. How about that? It's a lot of fun. And it's a big night tonight with the Canes beating Virginia Tech. Thanks to all of you who have been blowing up the Locked On Canes postcast. The numbers have been record-breaking. Every week we get bigger. Every week we get better. Every week the Canes keep winning 5-0. And the Dolphins, the Bleep Show, all year long. That's going to be a lot of fun with the postcast too. We're really going to enjoy that. And it's been an injury thing. It's been a lack of playing in the preseason thing. And man, before this is all said and done, might Mike McDaniel be in trouble? No, he won't be. It's just going to depend on what happens with Tua for the future of your Miami Dolphins. Well, the Marlins with a big win tonight. Sports fans, a big win for your Miami Marlins. 15-5. They set a season high for runs. Xavier Edwards, 3 triples. First guy in 10 years to do it in the bigs. Adam Oller, good on the bump. Jake Berger staying hot. Jonah Bride, 2 home runs. Really good night for Jesús Sánchez, as well as Otto Lopez. Griffin Conine was huge with a homer and a bunch of RBIs. A total team win tonight for your Miami Marlins. That's all there is, Fish fans. There is no more. Your Locked On Marlins postcast on your Friday, September 20. Actually, it's Saturday, September 29th now. But or is it September 28th? I can't keep track. Who's counting? Who cares? Anyway, the Marlins won 15-5. The Canes beat Virginia Tech 38-34. They reversed the touchdown on the last play of the game, took it away from those stupid little Hokie birds. And yeah, the Marlins with a big win tonight, and they even it out for all of us here in South Florida, because, you know, it's been a terrible year for Miami. But if you've stuck with this team all season long, and I see some of you right now who are still here, sticking with this team all season long, they've given you a lot to watch day in and day out. You everydayers know this. I've been here since maybe about a month into the season, and it's been a ride. It's been a crazy ride with all the losing streaks. It's been a crazy ride with the fire sale. Been a crazy ride with everything. We got 2 more left. We're finishing it out. Skip Schumacher might not be leaving to deal with a family issue, but we will. Locked On Marlins postcast. 15-5 Miami and Toronto. 2 more to go. The Marlins have a named a starter for that game. Check out the YouTube description. You'll see all the information you need. Smash that like, subscribe, ring my bell so you know when we hit you with content. Locked On Canes, Locked On Dolphins, Locked On Marlins, all 3 postcasts. You know what it is with the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. 15-5 Marlins, Fish fans. Keep your game tight and your mind right. I'm out. Dun, 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 I'll just my own music. Dun, 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 dun.